everyone. Today I wanted to talk about a budget backpack and the reasons for buying it. Now, I go out and I make a video or so, and maybe it's outside or outdoors, so I've got to get to where I'm going. I'll take all my cooking equipment or whatever I'm taking, and then I also need to take some camera equipment. And before I started making videos, I had no idea how much space all this stuff takes. There's a camera, I'll take a small tripod, I'll take a GoPro, I'll take a small tripod as well to go with that, and then there's some spare batteries and a little microphone. Basically, it takes up a lot of space. So that's a top tip for anybody who wants to go out filming out there. Remember to factor in a reasonable amount of space for your filming equipment. Anyway, I'll cut to the chase. I usually go out with this 511 tactical bag. I mean, it's a fantastic bag. This is the Rush 12. I've also got a side pocket on it, which I put my water in. I can also fit another side pocket to it as well, which I've got. The problem I've got is it's a little tiny bit too small. So I drew myself up a mental list of what I was looking for in a backpack. I want it lightweight, or as lightweight as possible. I also wanted it to be bigger than the bag I use at the moment. I want it, so I'm not bothered about it being like put on the ground or getting wet, or, you know, I want something tough. So all this is leading me towards like army surplus, you know, because like they use tough kit and it's quite a reasonable cost for a lot of it. I was looking around, and I looked at the Dutch bag, a low alpine sting, and that looks like a fabulous piece of kit. But it's a bit too camo for me. I'm not a camo person. I mean, fair play. If you go out camo bags, that's fine. I don't have a problem with it. For me personally, I'm not really a camo person. I don't mind a bit of drab olive or whatever, but I'm just not into that, you know. So, but each to their own. Is it just me who's not into camo, or is it like a Marmite thing? You either love it or you hate it. Feel free to let me know in the comments. I'd be interested to know your thoughts. So after all my research, what did I come up with? I'll show you. Believe it or not, it's in this bag. It's an Austrian Army 80-litre backpack. And this is from the 1980s. And this is what it looks like when you get it. That's it, it packs down to that. When it was being delivered, the postie rang the doorbell. So I went out there and I was expecting like some kind of package like this long and like this wide, you know, and it wasn't like that at all. I got a little box because it all kind of folds down. It's a frameless backpack. It's reasonably lightweight for what it is. I've seen mixed reviews on this, but I thought I've got to take a punt. The thing that really sold this to me was the price. £15.99. It's like £15.99, you're kidding me. It's never been used, still got a tag on it, and just it was a no-brainer for me really. It fits all my criteria. I'm a bit concerned about the fact that it hasn't got a back frame. Let's get into the details. It weighs 1.6 kilos or 3.8 pounds. It's made of a tough polyester type material. All the buckles on here seem to be made of brass. They've got a little spring in the back. It's like a little V-shaped piece of metal which acts as a spring, and that pushes those little closures together. The webbing then goes through, and then you let go, and that gives you a very firm connection, so it's never going to come undone. This bag has 4 pockets. There's 2 side pockets, which are the taller ones, and they're probably about 2 or 3 litres. It's also got a pocket on the back, and that's probably 3 to 4 litres you can get in there. Internally, there's the fourth pocket. That one's very wide and it's very deep. I can get my arm in there up to my elbow. That's how deep it is. That also has one of these closures on, so you can cinch it right up. It's got a good strong carry handle. There's no additional pockets in the lid. There's a huge, like, skirt, I would guess you would call it, that comes up from inside. You could overpack this quite easily. You could pack it right up to here. That pushes down inside, and then that gets pulled together with a couple of drawstrings. There's also a couple of drawstrings on the main part of the pack which get pulled tight. I'm going to make a modification on this. There's no toggle or anything on here, so when you pull it tight you have to tie it up. So I'm going to put my own toggle on there, so I can just pull it tight and that will keep it all together nicely. So you've seen all this now and you're thinking, okay, where's the straps? How am I going to attach it to me back? Here they are. There's your yoke system, held together with some rubber bands. So what have we got? There's actually not a great deal there to hold it onto you, is there? I'll come back to you when I've worked out how to attach it. Well, I finally worked these blooming straps out. It took me forever and a day. It kind of doesn't make any sense. Anyway, I've got them on, and this is what it looks like. It fits okay, but there again, I've got no weight in it. I wouldn't want to put a lot of weight in this. I think it would be quite monstrous on the shoulders to have too much weight bearing down on these thinnish straps. There's not a lot of pad in there, but for what I want to do with it, it's absolutely fine. In a way, I feel quite sorry for those Austrian army chaps. They was given these, they probably had them loaded up with 20 kilos of kit or whatever, and it must have been an absolute nightmare for them. That's probably why there's so many unissued ones in army surplus stores. Now there's a thought. Took me ages to work this out. I finally got it. You put it on upside down. You can see the word in there. I don't know how well it'll zoom in. The wording's upside down there. Once I worked that out, it was just a case of attaching these two weird clip things here, and then you end up with a couple of straps dangling down at the back. Bearing in mind you've got these little metal clips halfway in your back, and then you attach it to the points at the bottom. With the front strap, I then attach that to the bottom strap. If you do get one of these bags, there's a few things to be aware of. The way they've sealed the webbing at the side here, they put some kind of glue or burnt it. It's really harsh. If you rub your hands on that, that is really horrible. It's almost like a saw. It's yeah, that would be pretty unpleasant if you kept that rubbing against you for any extended period of time. So all the webbing straps that go across have got that on. Another thing to bear in mind, it's just this bag up against your back, so there's not going to be any airflow around there at all. So I would imagine in hot weather you'd end up being quite sweaty, so it may get a bit unpleasant. I'm not planning to carry a lot of weight in this. It's just stuff for a day out, so I'm not overly bothered. It's just a nice big space where I can carry my kit. On the subject of this back in here, it really needs some kind of rigidity. And in order to get that, what I've done, I've made a purchase gone and got myself one of these pads. It's an MFH Army issue folding mat. Now, I always carry a mat around with me anyway, if I go out, something to sit on, etc. So by carrying this in my bag, it's not going to be a problem to me. But that was an additional cost. I think it was about £20, brand new. So as it's frameless and you want some kind of padding, bear in mind you've got to put your own in, or you've got to buy something to go in there. At the end of the day, you get what you pay for. I'm more than happy for the price I paid for this backpack for what I want to use it for. It may not be for everybody. It's a functional piece of kit and that's all I need. I'm looking forward to taking it out, and at some point in the future, once it's had a good old test in, I'll let you know how it's got on. Thanks for watching. See you next time.